My name is Nosa Oke-Hortons, and this is your favorite political show. In the continuance of our program last week, where we did talk about the Anambra State Election, this week we will be talking about the election which took place over the weekend on November 6th, on Saturday, and today we will be talking about it, what the election results and where it currently is. But that was what it's supposed to be. But no, we can't do that because the election has been declared as inconclusive. And before I go further, let me run it again. This is the cocoa in Nigeria, where you get all of the trending political goes in the Nigerian political scene, the trending things in the Nigerian polity, what we need to know, and and how we could get involved and how we could make our own voices heard. So the Anambra State election, like I said, has been declared inconclusive, where the returning officer for the Anambra State elections, Mrs. Florence Obi, the Vice Chancellor of Calabar State University, did declare in the early hours of Monday morning that the election had been declared inconclusive because election was unable to hold at Ihala Local Government. This local government has over 140,000 registered voters, and even the current total sum of voters or results that have come in is around 237,000. So if 138 is still missing, well, I guess I would come to understand why we could, at the moment, why the election has been said to be inconclusive. But as that might be, at the moment, the ABGA candidate of the former CBN governor, Professor Charles Soludo, at the moment leads at the poll, having won in 19 local governments of the 21 local government in the state. He has won 19 of it with over 103,000 votes. While his closest contestant is the PDP contestant in Valentin Ozigo, who has over 51,000 votes. And the third on the list is the APC candidate in Andy Uba, who has 42,942 votes. Well, of all of the 19 local government in the state, Charles Soludo has only lost in one, or so let's say the ABGA candidate has lost only in one of the local government, which he lost to. You wouldn't guess it, but he's also somewhat a big wig in the Nigerian political scene and current senator in the National Assembly in the person of Ifeanyi Ubah. He floored all the candidates in Nnewi North, where he got over 6,000 votes as to his closest rival there, who got 1,800 votes. Now, all of this put together, it's the reasons continue to bother why the election was called inconclusive. Like I explained at first, the election was unable to hold, and the returning officer, Mrs. Florence Obi, said the reason why election was unable to hold in Ihala was because there was security threats, and election materials were unable to be delivered at that local government, and that local government has over 148,000 registered voters. Now, think about it. If one of the candidates, like say Andy Uba, does win in that local government and gets maybe 140,000 or say 142,000, you definitely shoot him even higher than the current leading man in Charles Soludo, which we've seen videos online where there's the celebration going on in his house since the late hours of Sunday evening. But now, later today, we will get to hear the final result as the supplementary election, due to the inconclusive results, and the supplementary election will hold on Tuesday, November 9th. So later today, we would get to find out actually who is going to be declared. INEC will then declare who won, because no one could have been selected in the previous election, where whoever was going to have to who then emerge as the governor of the state has to win on two grounds, which is he has to win the 2/3 of the local government two-thirds votes of all of the local government in the state, while also having a majority of votes casted across the state. Now, with all of this put together, I think we should have a sight of reasons why the election probably has been called inconclusive. But why we do all of this, I think kudos should be given to the federal government and the government of the day, where the federal government, right, and the security operatives who have been deployed in the state to ensure that people of Anambra State are able to express their franchise, go out to vote, and and let their will prevail the President Muhammadu Buhari is head bent on making sure that the ideals of democracy is entrenched in the Nigerian political system. Just as like we saw also in Edo State, where APC, which had been the ruling party in that state, did lose out, and PDP took over. It seems he has chosen not to interfere or create an interference in any of the elections that takes place, and want the people's choice to actually come into power. We will hopefully hoping to find out who comes or becomes the next governor of Anambra State soonest. My name remains Nosa Oke-Hortons, and before I do close, I would love for us to just say a little bit of say my condolences and from all of us here at Coco, to the people that lost their lives at the 21-story building in Ikoli. May the Almighty give the parents and loved ones of those of the victims of the building collapse the fortitude to bear the loss and hold them together. So that's it for this week. My name remains Nosa Oke-Hortons, and it's been a fantastic show. But before I do go, make sure you click on the subscribe button. Strike it. Come on, what are you waiting for? Listen to our political updates every week. We bring it to you as it's what it is, the most goes, that goes, the hot gist. Yeah. See you same place, same time next time.